Hi, my name is Brooklyn Prince. I'm a student occupational therapy assistant, and this is my toolkit. And this is going to be for a group that I call Treat Yourself, a self-love course. And it is designed specifically for eating disorder, or people recovering from eating disorders. The first thing we do is going to treat the symptoms of emotions that might come from that recovery, anxiety, OCD symptom or personality traits, and things like that. So we're going to treat them with some sensory items. I have here a stress ball. So it's going to be a touch item for deep pressure. And then we're also going to teach them kind of how to do a few massages. And then we have, well, here's my plan actually. This is a plan for the group. Okay, and then we have your sense of smell. These are coming in the mail. Each person would get their own roller, which they can choose the oils that are most relaxing to them, that would cause them to help them to cope with some stressful situations. And then they would put that in the roller, and I've got my oil here that goes with that. And for their site, we're going to do adult coloring books, and this is going to be their scents depending on if they feel like blue is a calming color. It depends on how they color it so that they understand themselves and they understand what for them is coping strategy. Okay, and then I also have my toolkit, this blanket. I had it sitting to the side, I can squeeze in there. And that's just for the icebreaker. It's a name game. You put it up here so that you can't see the people across from you. You drop it and say Robert was across. I'd say Robert, he'd be on my team. So that was just an icebreaker. Okay, and then the last sensory item I have is I downloaded this music app, and I can play happy music, I can play calming music, whatever is going to be stimulating for the senses and can calm somebody down. And these things are all portable, so they can take them with them. Okay, so that would be the first session, and then this second session we would do more self-love activities. So we're going to make a happy journal. I've got my pen, I've got my journal, so these aren't going to be like a long list of what's happened during the day. This is going to be like, I heard this phrase, I made me really happy, or an inside joke, and just write the inside joke on here. I saw this thing and it looked pretty nice and made me feel good. So this is something they can carry around, and they're going to, look how plain it is, they're going to decorate it. So I have, let's say, my colored pencils, I have glue, and paper, scrapbook paper, and stickers that can all be there to decorate it, and some scissors, also for decorating. And then I have another part of their craft activity is going to be making, or decorating, I should say, a mirror. I've got it buried right here. There we go. A little handheld mirror. So here's the little mirror in this toolkit. And it's not your average mirror. There's something called, that you can make with the Cricut. It's a window cling, and it looks just like this. It comes in the store, and then you put it in the Cricut, and we're going to carve out the words, "You are beautiful." You peel that off and you stick it onto your mirror, rub it on, and then it's there, and every time they look at that mirror, they'll remember that they're beautiful, and they're going to cut out paper to decorate the outside of it. So I have glue. Oh, and before that, they have to clean it. So here's a cleaning rag. Clean the mirror. And they can also decorate, have a couple of stencils. With some stencils. If they want to decorate their journal, or if they want to decorate behind the mirror, they can do that. So that's what I have. Looks like for these activities, the first two, we have some handouts. So here's my recipes to do. So they each have those little rollers, the recipes to put in the rollers, and also the uses of different oils. And then coping strategies A through Z with a blank one that they can write on themselves. So that's something they can take home and remember with them. Okay, and the next session, session 3, we're doing a gross motor thing. It's called RAD. It stands for, let's see, Rape, Aggression, Defense System. So I did this. It's a couple weeks program, but it is free throughout the nation for women to defend themselves. And it would be good because some people with recovering from these eating disorders, they feel like they don't have a sense of control, or they need to be in control of something. And this course is all about self-empowerment, not just defending yourself, but and this would be like the cover of their packets, which they give you. This is what it would look like. So the first thing you learn to do is to say no. So we're going to apply that saying no, not taking anything that you don't feel comfortable with, and you're applying it to yourself. When you feel those emotions that you don't want, if you look in a mirror and you don't think something positive, then you tell yourself no, and you move on. So it's not just the physical, you're learning the physical and mentally that you are worth defending. Okay. So that is the handout they would get from that. It'd be a whole packet, not just the front cover. So the next session, we're going to do some meditation. I have this towel they can put out instead of a yoga mat. If they have a yoga mat, they can bring one. And this is also to have that sense of control, to control your breathing. So it's a coping strategy for some of those symptoms, and it's also to have complete control of your body, to feel like you have control of something in your life. So we're doing that. And there's an app that they're going to use that's going to help them breathe as well. Okay. And for their last activity, this is a beach ball. You probably can't see it, but it has a question on it. This is going to be an icebreaker. So before their last activity, we're going to do this just so that they know each other a little bit more. It's if you toss the beach ball, whatever your pointer finger lands on, you answer that question. So this question says, what is your favorite color? So easy things like that, get to know the game. Just another icebreaker. So the last activity, they need stationery and they need envelopes. They both come in here. They've got their little stationery papers or note cards and their envelopes. They're going to write love notes to themselves, so a little bit of encouragement, and they can take these with them to remember what they've learned, all the coping strategies they learned, and the other strategies, or they can give it to me and I will send it to them. So that is everything that is in my toolkit. Thanks for listening.